Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome to my updated garage tour for August 2019. It's been about 5 to 6 weeks since I did a last garage tour, and within those 6 weeks a lot of huge things has happened to my garage. Main thing is I hit 10 million cash, and because of that I started opening ceramic packs like crazy. So I'm going to show you my garage tour, show you what is new. And yeah, I won't really run through things I've ran through in the past, so this might be a little quicker than other garage tours I've done. Trying to keep it around the 15-minute range. So starting off, we have all my commons. Nothing too special here, however, I have a special fact for you guys. In my whole garage, I have, in terms of maxed out cars, I have 1 max legendary, 23 maxed epics, 74 maxed ultras, 38 max super rares, 40 max rares, and 21 maxed uncommons, as well as 16 max commons. So one really cool thing about my garage is that I actually have more maxed out epics than I do legendaries, super rares, rares, uncommons, and max commons, like a lot. Anyway, let's move on to uncommon, because there wasn't really anything new in the common garage. Anything new in the uncommon garage since my last garage tour would be the Pontiac Sunfire. Maxed it out, 7.30 to 60, 84 handling. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I was using it because it has medium ground clearance, and 84 handling is alright. It also has standard tires, but besides that, there's nothing really too special about it. It is a 90s car, but it is really low RQ. I think that's... Oh, I have 2 more new uncommon cars. The next one is the Dodge Avenger, 7.40 to 60, 76 handling, standard tires, medium clearance. Honestly, the Dodge Avenger is a pretty disappointing car. It doesn't have good handling. It doesn't even have good 0 to 60. It has a decent top speed of 144, but it doesn't have good MRA. So the only reason I have this Dodge Avenger is because it's a Dodge. Same reason goes for the Dodge Intrepid. I think it's a really ugly car, and I think Intrepid is a really ugly name. I know it's supposed to mean adventurous and all that, but I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. But that's about it in terms of uncommon cars. Everything else you've seen before. Those are the 3 new cars in the range. Moving on to rare. Now, from these rarities and onwards, I might talk a little more. When it comes to the rare cars, these are all the rare cars I have. Nothing too special. All of them are maxed out. I don't think I have any unmaxed out rares besides these Firebirds. I have 2 maxed out, however, and I am thinking about going on a 3rd one soon. I'm not sure if this was in my last garage tour, but the Pontiac Fiero GT, aka the Corvette C8, GM's last mid-engine supercar, or mid-engine car before the C8. It's pretty decent, all things considered. It's low ground clearance, which just doesn't look like it should be, but it does have very good handling of 8.7. Top speed is okay, 0 to 60 is maybe average, but the handling really takes the cake there. I don't think I have any other new cars added to the garage. For a while I've had a Chevrolet Colt in here. Not Colt, Chevrolet Code in here that I've wanted to max out for quite a while. However, I had a whole problem with garage slots and everything was getting filled up. So I had to sell my Code. However, if I do get it again in the future, I will get it, max it out, because that thing goes to 90 handling, which is pretty impressive. And as you can see, I have 54 open slots. I got more slots, so I should be good for the next couple of months. So let's move on to Super Rare. Now, as you know, like I said earlier, I don't have a lot of maxed out Super Rares. I don't really invest in a lot of Super Rares. And I have more maxed epics than I do super rares, which is weird, but it's true. So yeah, let me just go through these really quickly. I've recently gotten the Pontiac Bonneville Special, which I'm going to lock, because this car actually looks really interesting. Standard tires. It has good handling, 70 for a 50s car, 6.40 to 60 and 130 top speed. Honestly, for a 50s car, this is very good. I don't think we'll have any 50s event in top drives, but it's a nice car to have around, and I think it's really beautiful. So that's in the garage. I have 2 Dodge Ram Chargers, which I do plan to upgrade on soon, especially with the American Dream update that is coming soon. So probably gonna max one out. In terms of other new cars I've maxed out since my last garage tour, I have the Dodge Caliber RT, just because it's a Dodge. I also have the Dodge Ram Charger. Amazing car actually. 8.2 to 60, 69 handling, but what really takes the cake is the four-wheel drive and the off-road tire capability. Another car that's kind of similar to that Ram Charger is my K5 Blazer. 7.5 to 60, 69 handling, off-road, four-wheel drive. Also a really great car. A new addition to my garage is the Dodge Spirit RT as well, and I have to say this car is really good. Really versatile and really useful, especially for clubs. And here's a Top Drives top tip. When it comes to clubs, it looks like Hutch likes to repeat the same events. I see a lot more requirements that are a lot more common compared to others. For example, I see a lot of forward wheel drive or front wheel drive requirements. I see a lot more of those requirements compared to maybe four wheel drive or rear. Another thing is I see a lot of like Italian events in clubs, and not a lot of maybe like American Dream or German Renaissance. And I feel like clubs is kind of a place where Hutch puts requirements that are just really niche. That kind of annoys me a bit because I don't really collect Italian cars, because you know the best ones aren't in the game. And I don't really have a lot of forward or front wheel drive cars, but the Dodge Spirit RT is actually really useful when it comes to those club races, because a lot of those club events, they also have a low RQ limit. So RQ 16, maybe even pushing it a little bit, but it's not a lot of RQ compared to, you know, 30. So yeah, it's a pretty good car. 86 handling is decent, especially for an RQ 16 car, but what really takes the cake here is the 4.80 to 60. Now, if it's not a Hellcat or a Viper, most Dodge cars tend to have really bad MRA. We're talking under 70 or around 70. So don't expect this car to have great MRA, but 0 to 60 is good and the handling is good. So you could say it's like a kind of track car, kind of more twisty hairpin kind of thing. Other new cars that are in addition to the garage, obviously a lot of new fuse material, because ever since I hit 10 million, I've been opening ceramic packs like crazy, and then there was that thing where I went 50 packs with no ultra rare. It was like all super rares and like 2 epics and a legendary 16. But a lot of new super rares, which is all fused material: the 330i, the 123D, the Roof SCR. Obviously this one is locked, but I do have a duplicate which is fused. You know, and I got another R21 Europa Cup. A lot of fused material. 2 GXPs as well. I don't know. I am thinking about keeping one of these. Looks like it has really good handling and it's medium ground clearance, so we'll see. But my Pontiac hand is pretty strong, so as far as Pontiacs go in the game, I do have like 3 ultra rares of them maxed out. Dodge IROC RT, I think I had this max in my last tour, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. Another car I find really interesting is the Chevrolet SSR 6.0. 5.50 to 60. Max this baby out would be like 4.5, 4.6. Wouldn't be bad. Decent handling too of 78. Any new cars? German Renaissance, BMW 850 CSI. This car is pretty new. 4.7, 0 to 60, 85 handling. It's okay. It's low ground clearance, however. But that's about it. A lot of new super rares here and there. As you can see, I have like 4 of the R56 roofs. A couple Volkswagens here and there. Nothing that really stands out. Ooh. Yes, 2 that actually stand out. First is the Mazda RX-7, which I got recently, I think 2-3 days ago. Let me see if I'm correct. Yep, owned for 1 day. Really great car, this. And I do want to max it out. I'm pretty sure max out it goes to about 93 handling, 4.6, 0 to 60, which is very impressive. Also has decent top speed. Another car that I've recently maxed out is my Jaguar D-Type, 3.9, 0 to 60, and 82 handling. This is obviously 969, but as you can see, I do have a duplicate, even a triple, and my second one is probably going to be 996. I was recommended and told to do 1969 and 1996, so we'll see where that goes. But as far as maxing out super rares goes, I don't do it really often, just because I have a habit, a very long habit, over a year now, of just selling all the rares I get, because that 1K goes a long way, especially if you sell them in bulk. But that's all the super rares I have. A lot of standard tire BMWs, just a lot of BMWs in general. In fact, let's see how many super rare BMWs I have. That's 8. Oh, okay, not even 16, 15. But yeah, it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit of BMWs. Anyway, let's move on to ultra rare. So very, very simple. A lot of new boys actually, and I maxed out a lot of ultra rares since my last garage update. First one, as you can see right here, is the Pontiac Trans Am 35th anniversary. 4.20 to 60, 87 handling, and a top speed of 175. What really stands out about this car is probably that top speed. 175 for an RQ19 is pretty high. The 0 to 60 is okay. 87 handling is meh, and also it's low. So it's not really the best car. I wouldn't recommend you guys to invest in this. There is the other one. I think it was like it's the other 35th anniversary Trans Am. That one has medium ground clearance, and I would recommend working on that more than this one. The only reason I maxed this out was because a couple weeks ago, or not even a couple weeks ago, a week ago, I had this for 17 days now, but I think it was about a week ago, there was a Pontiac event, and then there was the Pontiac Challenge, which is actually still going on right now. And this car just proved to be really useful for those events. Besides that, haven't really used it. As far as ultra res goes, about the same, you know, Lotus 135. How old is this car actually? Is this the campaign one? 676 days. How about this one? 693. So this was the campaign Lotus Elise. 693 days. That's really, really old. Other new cars, let's see. Got a couple fuse materials here. 530D, for example. Ooh, here's a new boy. The Ford Mustang 2.3 maxed this out as well, especially with all the super res I've been getting lately. 969, 4.5 to 60, 92 handling, and medium ground clearance. Honestly, I've been using it quite a bit, especially in clubs. It's a pretty decent car. It's a good all-rounder, I would say. Other new cars I've gotten is the Dodge Caliber SRT4, which I'm only locking because it's a Dodge and I want to collect all of them. Another one is the 520D X-Drive. I'm not sure if I had this in my last garage tour, but it is a decent car. It is one of the only ultra rares that has four-wheel drive and standard tires. So if you guys want to focus on this car, if you have it, I would really recommend it just because it's really, really niche. Moving on to any new cars in the garage, let's see. I maxed out another 924 GTS 969, as well as my Pontiac GTO 4.0 0 to 60, 89 handling. Very, very nice car actually. Medium ground clearance too. What else is new? I feel like I'm missing out a lot. The Cobalt SS, I got this I think a week ago. 4 days ago, and it's a really, really impressive car. This is the next ultra rare I plan to max out. Another BMW I've maxed out recently is my Z4 M Coupe. 4.0 to 60, 94 handling. It's a pretty nice car. I would say good for the twisties, and probably a good good competition for my M Coupe, which is 3.6 and 89, and my 650i, which is 3.7 and 89. So I don't know what the MRA is on this bad boy, but I don't think it's pretty bad. Another new boy is the Tuscan convertible. 3.30 to 60 is the main reason I focus on this. It's 996. Really just a British drag car, if anything. Another one is my BTR. I think in my last garage tour, I had this BTR 969, but I have maxed out another one, which is 996. So this one is actually drag orientated too. And what makes it really special is it's the only ultra rare I have, I think, that has a top speed of 200. That's huge. This one was 199. The main reason I wanted to max this out 996 was to see that big 200, and I'm happy it hit it. Another new car, 3400S. Boxer Spider, that's a fuse material one because I already have one maxed out. I have a lot of ultra rare Porsches, as you can see. Carrera 4, got this I think 2 days ago or even yesterday. Yep, got it yesterday. Honestly, just fuse material. What else is new? Pontiac Torrent GXP, maxed out, ready for the pre-eliminations, I would say. And of course, my GMC All-Terrain X. Beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm not sure if it's better than the ZR2, the Colorado ZR2, but it is a very impressive car. 5.4 0 to 60, 75 handling is respectable, four-wheel drive and off-road tires. No top speed, however, so I wouldn't expect good MRA from this car, and also it's really, really heavy, but I'm happy it's in my garage. I think those are all the new maxed ultra rares I have in my garage. I also have the 640i, and fun fact, the BMW M5, this one in particular, which I actually upgraded 996, is my first ever maxed out ultra rare I've ever had in my garage, and I've had it for 700 days now, over 1,200 races with a win ratio of 75%. In fact, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a really, really good car. I do have a couple facts up here that I'm putting up on my computer that really just makes my garage, kind of like the quirks and features. Like, oh, I should have started the video saying this is my garage, kind of like a Doug DeMuro kind of thing. But I have to say, I have 5 Turbo Martinis, which I'm never going to fuse. I think all of them are locked. Yep. And yeah, I want to max all of them out. Why? Because it gives my garage character, and also, you know, if I ever had to use it in the event or in any event, I could nickname the hand Drunk, because they're all named Martini. So, little cheesy joke there. Anyway, let's filter and go to Epic. A lot of new boys in the Epic section, especially with the, well, actually, no. When I say a lot of new boys, I don't know. I got a lot of new Epics this past month. I would say about 10. But at the same time, I've also fused a lot of epics because of my Viper ACR, which already has a name. I'll tell you guys shortly. Yeah, I lost a lot of epics recently because of the Viper, but then I've also gained a lot because of just, I guess, luck. But yeah, let's run through what I got. So, starting off, I have, you know, just these SUVs that got upgraded. Nothing too special about that. My 2 Mustang GT still there. My 2 XT5s. New boy right here. Carrera RSR 3.0. Huge fan of this Porsche. It is actually better than my Carrera S, and I think it is better than the Porsche GT3, the green RQ26 one that a lot of people use. I think it's better than that in almost every racetrack besides like G-Force. But yeah, this is a really, really strong car, especially when it comes to dry asphalt. So I really want to max this out in the near future. 3.90 to 60 and 89 handling is very, very nice. It's also a very light car, weighing less than 1,000 kg, 900. That's just so light. Amazing car. Let's see. What else is new? RT Scat Pack. I think this is the one I had that wasn't from the final. Oh, 99 days. This might be the scat pack from the final, actually. I don't know. I did fuse one of my scat packs for my ACR, but I would make sure I would at least have one in my garage. My Ford SVT Raptor, one of my oldest epics, I believe, 578 days, over 2,000 races with a win ratio of 76%. It's a really, really good car. I have this maxed out at 969, and I feel like it would be really, really useful for the final event coming up, considering it is American off-road. And this is like one of the best off-road cars in the game right now. Moving on, I have my Camaro ZL1, which I finally maxed out. Audi RS6, fused material, honestly. What else? Porsche 911 GT3 RS is also another car I've wanted to max out for a while. Nothing in particular of anything good. It's not really a standout car in any means. The only reason I want to max it out is because I'm a fan. The 996 Porsche is my favorite Porsche. I love those fried egg headlights. I think they're absolutely beautiful. And I love the colorway on this car as well, the white and the red, especially since you can only get this car in white. It has a lot of character. And as you guys know me, I like my garage to have a lot of character. I think it's nice. It makes my garage mine. Another one is the Mercedes AMG C63. I'm actually going to do some research on this car in a bit. I'm going to get on topdrivers.club, check the MRA on this bad boy, because it might be really useful for the qualifiers going on right now for the finals for the BMW. I got both my Mustang Boss 302s. One is locked, I believe. Yep, which I got from my 1.5 million pack opening, and the other one is from the most recent finals. I already forgot what car was in the finals. What was it? Oh, right, it was the Cadillac. Yeah, so this was the Tier 2 prize, which actually survived my purge of epics for my ACR. Anything new? What else is new? My Roof 3800 is also new, as well as... I think that's it, really. No, there has to be more. I'm missing out something. Oh, well, yeah, new boy right here. Corvette Grand Sport. I had this in my last garage tour, but now it's maxed out. And as you can see, it's 699. This is track orientated. Over here I have my Z51, this Z51 in particular, which I have at 969. So I have two max Corvettes now. I'm thinking about maxing this one at 699 actually, and see if this car is actually better than the Grand Sport. We'll have to check about that though, but this is a new car that I've maxed out. Really, really great car. After maxing this out, I'm really thinking about maxing out my Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat, obviously. Maxing this out at 996, so it hits 2.9 0 to 60. I've actually tested this Hellcat against my other Challenger Hellcats and my Demon. Actually, no, not my Demon. I've just tested this against the Challenger Hellcat, not the wide body. And pro tip, this Hellcat is the best quarter-mile car in the game as far as epics and below. This car does beat my maxed out 996 or 332 Challenger Hellcat in the quarter mile, but the Challenger Hellcat wins over the Charger in half mile and 1 mile. So if you are in a quarter mile situation and you have a Charger Hellcat maxed out 996, you want to use that because it's actually going to beat the Challenger. But then every other drag race, this boy is going to take the cake. So honestly, this car's only useful for quarter miles, but it is a really, really strong car. What else is new? My BMW M4 maxed this baby out in like a day. 969, very nice car, 3.30 to 60, 94 handling, and medium ground clearance. However, I am scared that it might get nerfed to low, just because I know that this car is below the 137 millimeter mark or guideline that Hutch has for medium ground clearance cars. Honestly, 137 is brutal. I think they should just keep it to 120 because the M4's ride height is actually 122 millimeters or 121, something like that. Another new car that I got is my BMW M3. This is the only car I have in competition to my SRT Hellcat because I either want to max out my SRT Hellcat or this BMW M3. And God, this is a beautiful car. 88 handling, 3.70 to 60, 174 top speed, low ground clearance, and it has the German Renaissance tag. It's an amazing car. The only reason I haven't maxed it out yet is because, well, I don't really know what's holding me back. I really want to max this out. And finally, my last new boy is the Audi S8 Plus. Got this S8, the RSR, and the M3 CS all within like the same 3 days. It was the best 3 days for epics. This is another car I want to invest in and max out. However, I'm not, what's the word? I'm not too tempted to max it out right away because I have this. The Evo 8, 2.8 to 60, 96 handling. At the end of the day, this Evo 8 is a better car than the S8 Plus. S8 Plus is still a great car, medium ground clearance and all that, but this Evo is better. So, I mean, it's honestly a great car. And honestly, it also has the saloon body style. This car is also known for having the saloon body style. So I guess, honestly, if I max this out, it would just make my saloons even stronger. My RS7 Sportback is also a saloon, so that's also really good. Used to be medium, not anymore. 3.2 to 60, 94 handling, as well as my RS6. This one isn't a saloon, this is an estate. 3.2 to 60 or 95 handling. And if you don't know what an estate is, it's basically a wagon, station wagon. But yeah, with that said, let's finish off with the legendaries. Since my last garage tour, I have gotten 2 new legendaries, both American and both very much loved by me. So, Mercedes-AMG GT-S, really light car, really good MRA. I think it's over 100. It's going to be really useful, especially with all the North Loop tracks in the qualifiers right now. Other new boys. Oh, actually, I don't think this car was in my last garage tour. I only got this about a month ago. Yeah, 33 days, just a little over a month, 58 races, 79% win ratio. I have to say, this car has no MRA. It actually lost to a 1-star Camaro Z28. And a 1-star Camaro Z28 does 0 to 60 at 3.7 seconds, and I believe it has an MRA of around the 80 range. This car, however, I think has an MRA about 77 and does it in 3.3, but it has a really poor top speed. 159 is very mediocre. I think what really makes it a legendary is that 4-wheel drive capability, because when you think about it, handling is meh, top speed is meh, 0 to 60 is good, and you know it has 4-wheel drive, but honestly it's not the best legendary out there, but it's a striking looking car, really beautiful. Other new boys, obviously, we have the Cadillac 16. Got this guy 10 days ago, 81 races and 88% win ratio. Very, very beautiful. 3.8 to 60, 81 handling, and a top speed of 208. What really takes the cake here, however, is, of course, the medium ground clearance as well as standard tires. Amazing, amazing car. And obviously, guys, I can't talk about this video if I don't talk about Hollywood. That is right. My Viper ACR's name is Hollywood. Thank you to Mark Harrison. You actually suggested that on my Instagram page, and I really, really love that name. It really resonated with me. I think Hollywood is like just, it represents the exciting culture in the United States. And this car represents the exciting culture in the United States. I think it's honestly America's car. Yeah, I get it. I wrote a whole design paper on Corvette and how it's America's sport car, but I mean, come on. The Dodge Viper ACR is America's track car, America's hypercar, America's supercar. I don't care about the C8. This Viper is just everything to me. First legendary I've maxed out. As you can see, I've only owned it for 3 days. 43 races, 88% win ratio, and it's already maxed. 699, 2.90 to 60, and 102 handling, making it my highest handling car in my garage. It is my highest handling car in my garage. My Porsche 918, I think, is 101. Actually, we can check it right now. Yep, 101. So yeah, Dodge Viper ACR, beautiful, beautiful car. My first max legendary, and I don't think I'll be focusing on any more legendaries in a while. But if I were going to max out any legendary after my ACR, it would probably be the Porsche 918 followed by my 911 GT2. Or maybe even the Demon, if it finally gets its MRA fixed. Right now it has an MRA in the game of 77, which is just complete BS. This car deserves the MRA in the hundreds. But yeah, 2.30 to 60, 85 handling. I love this car to death, honestly. 214 days owned, 96% win ratio, and 422 races. This Demon, I have to say, has the highest win ratio in my garage. I think in my whole garage. But the only reason for that is because I only use it for quarter miles, honestly. I use it for 1 mile and fast track sometimes. I've even used it on a twisty sometime against like some kind of Porsche Cayman, which actually it beat it, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, those are all my legendaries. I think you guys have seen everything else. Super Sport, everyone knows about that. Project 8, 911 Turbo, McLaren at 2 stars. Even the CTSV Sport Wagon, I think I did a review in that as well. So yeah, that is my garage tour for August 2019. So yeah, really, really nice car. I actually have a couple more facts to throw at you guys. One is the Subaru Legacy, the one at RQ16. Just want to talk about that real quick before I end the video. Where is it? Yeah, this thing is actually really cool. The Subaru Legacy is my oldest car in my garage, and it is at 715 days, almost 2 years old, guys, almost 2 years old. But anyway, hope you guys had a great day, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Support has been immense lately, and I loved it. Thank you so much to everyone that's watching, and I hope you have a great day. Blossom out.